I would have lived my life very differently if I had known these life lessons sooner. So you can use them in time to live a happy, regret-free life. Turn knowledge into advantage. I would rather be a swineherd understood by the swine than a pope misunderstood by men. It is nothing to die, it is frightful not to live. Nonviolence is a weapon of the strong. What we learn from history is that no one earns from history. True love begins when nothing is looked for in return who dares. Nothing needs hope for nothing, no matter how thin you slice it, there will always be two sides. Victorious warriors win first and then go to war, while defeated warriors go to war first and then seek to win. Love your enemies, for they tell you your faults. Believe nothing you hear and only one half that you see. Keep your fears to yourself, but share your courage with others. If a man knows not to which port sails, nitrogen monoxide wind is favorable. Lead from the back and let others believe they are in front. Wealth is like sea water, the more we drink, the thirstier he becoming. The same is true of fame. If a woman is angry, it means she's not only wrong, but also knows love is an irresistible desirato, be irresistibly desired. Learning to let go should be learned from learning to get. Real men despise battle, but will never run from it. We live in an age when accessory things are our only necessities. He who is a way to live for can bear almost anyhow. Knowledge isn't power until it is applied. How much money does it takes to make a man happy? Just one more dollar. Be angry is to take revenge on oneself for the mistakes of others. Any man can make mistakes, but only an idiot persists in his error. Ask nitrogen monoxide questions, and you'll be told nitrogen monoxide lies. It is better to light one small candle than two. Curse the darkness. He who's satisfied with Hislet is rich. Do more the race is won by the horse that outstrips its rivals by a head. If each of us sweeps right under our feet, the whole world will be clean. A wise man gets more use from his enemies than a fool from his friends. Wisdom is not wisdom when it is derived from books alone. And explain Jockey's nitrogen monoxide longer a joke. The shortest distance between 2 points is often unbearable. Courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear, not absence of fear. Do not shake the green apple tree. When the apple is ripe, it will fall down by itself. It does not require many words to speak the truth before you. Diagnose yourself with depression or low self-esteem first. Make sure that you are not, in fact, just surrounded by thinking is difficult. That's WHY. Most people judge. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. If you're going through, keep going. If you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. Courage is not having the strength to go on, it is going on when you don't have the strength. Do every act of life as though it were the very last act of your life. The man who does more than he is paid for will soon be paid for more than he does. People who say it cannot bet only should not interrupt those who are doing it. A profession should initially be an act of love and not a marriage of convenience. Women make even the men more sophisticated. Above all things, never be afraid the enemy who forces you to retreat is himself afraid of you at that very moment. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Fortune accompanies the brave. Genius is a mind that knows its limits. Drop by drop is the water pot filled likewise, the wise man gathering it. Little by little fills himself with good. So in everything do to others what you would have them do to you. Do not chase after happiness, it is always in you. The best way to keep one's word is not to give it. Experience is not what happens to a man, it is what a man does with what happens to him. What is a friend? A single soul dwelling into bodies. He travels the fastest what travels alone. It is better to act and repent than not to act at regret. Trying to forget someone means remembering him all the time. There is nothing more unbearable than idleness. The hard work of the future will be pushing buttons, the art of living well, and the art of dying well, or one live your life as an exclamation rather than an explanation. Nothing makes a man so adventurous as an empty pocket. Future depends on what you do today. The time for action is now, it's never too late to do something. Only he who controls himself is free. If you want the present to be different from the past, study the past. To know your enemy, you must become your enemy. Well done is better than well said. A friend is a gift you give yourself. Life is like a play, it's not the length but the excellence of the acting that matters. A winner is a dreamer who never gives up. He who does not like loneliness does not like freedom. Anything you can settle with money is cheap. You don't have to burn books to destroy a culture, just get people to stop reading them. The one charm of the past is that it is in the past. Develop success from failures. Discouragement and failure are the surest stepping stones to success. The life flies and the truth limps after it. In times of war, Thelah falls silent. Respect yourself, and others will respect you. No man becomes rich unless he enriches others. Without courage, wisdom bears nitrogen monoxide fruit. Your mood, because if it does not obey, then it commands. To give out someone else's secret is betrayal. To give out yours is stupidity. We must bring our own light to the darkness. When in doubt, tell the truth. Let yesterday use up too much of today. The best is always the enemy of the good. Children learn by an adult's example, not by their words.